how many years ago was it? What was it? 2009, 2000 and something. Our
2009 is Edwin's story. Yeah.
That's right. 2009, our illustrious leadership, Edwin, started walking around asking thousands of people about what makes them happy. And then the UN, something happened with that. and the brother started spreading happiness and joy through that Happy Neighborhood Project. So here we are. And we've grown it by leaps and bounds during COVID. And I love it because I don't have to go anywhere. I can be excited about this thing right from my very own home and network with people all across the world. Last year, we did something that no other networking company in the world or organization in the world has ever done, and we turned it into a co-op. And so you can be a shared member, which means you will get money out of the cut quarterly, or you be a valued business member. And Kurt will break all of this down beautifully because he just knows it like so well. But you can be a valued member, a verified business member, and people are encouraged and incentivized to do business with you. You get points for being here. You get points for inviting people. And so participate, and share. Normally what we do is each person would get 20 minutes. We would have breakout sessions and each person would get 2 minutes. Somebody would step up to be the leader in the group and they would be the timekeeper. And then within that 2 minutes, you would tell all about yourself and your business and you would answer the icebreaker question. The icebreaker question will be,
what is keeping you happy during these times?
E-learning and Zoom is keeping me very happy during these times. My son doesn't catch a bus to go to school. I have to take him back and forth every day. And I've been spending a lot of excess dollars on the aftercare. So when he's home, I love it. And I like working with him at home because my daughter's here and she does a fantastic job working with him. And it gives me time to really work a lot, which helps me to get things accomplished faster. And I have a lot going on. So I have a lot to share today about what's happening in my world of business. And yeah, that's what keeps me happy during these kind of times. What about you, Kurt and Attica?
Well, Erica, anything you want to share with our YouTube audience, or do you want me to go next and then I can shut off the YouTube's live streaming? Which do you prefer?
You can go, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, I just like to be involved with other people's stuff to some extent, and I've got my own creations, and so it's just finding ways to have fun all the time. Right now, I've got the right over here. I got another computer, and I got it connected into a event planning committee meeting that's been going for the last couple hours. We're planning an event on February 22nd to do a response to the veteran community and aiming it at the issue of suicide ideation and losing the lives of veterans, to the tune of, in the USA, 37 veterans a day on average are lost to this issue. And so, I mean, starting there is not a happy place, but to say that, nothing that I could have done or whatever. I mean, we are where we are. So where to go from here to be able to take, this is what's handed to me, this is what's in front of me, and then now I can do something with that. Being able to serve that makes me happy, because anything we can do to make the world a better place is good stuff. Another thing, I'm just up to shenanigans once in a while, and I'm doing it again this weekend. In 5 hours, I'm going to be opening up my Zoom, and I'm going to be running it all weekend, round the clock, and not going to stop it until 10:44 Eastern. It's something called Festivus in February. It's an annual event I've been doing with my wife for 25 years. So just crazy stuff like that. So Erica, you want your commentary on YouTube, or you want to say goodbye to YouTube and continue with our
doesn't matter to me. This is the first one I've done. So I'm really excited. This whole concept is brand new to me. I actually had a friend who told me about you guys like last night at like 11:30 at night. So I just found out about you. And I'm really excited to find out more because I love like volunteering and helping out nonprofits and stuff. And I'm a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids. I used to be an elementary teacher, and I now I turned into nonprofit fundraising with One Hope Winery out of Napa Valley, California. So I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Have you guys heard of One Hope Wine?
What's it called?
One Hope Wine.
One Hope
One
Wine? I would
Hope
love to know about
Wine.
that. I want to know about that.
When I found it, I was so excited. I was like, this can't be a real thing. Like, this is not real. So basically what it is I do nonprofit fundraising through wine. And it's award-winning wine out of Napa Valley. And I am able to raise money for any nonprofit. So like before I did this, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I used to be a teacher, and I love to volunteer. Like, I volunteer for my church. I'm like the PTO president at my kids' school. I'm on our HOA board. Like, I just am a full-time volunteer. And so I love it because in doing this just through wine, and I do like corporate gifting and events like in person and on Zoom, and we have a wine club. Just in the 2 years I've been with them, I've given back over $5,000 to our local nonprofits, and I love it. Like, I think it is the best thing ever. So that is what I do, and I love to help other people and like nonprofits who are looking for ways to fundraise, especially through COVID, and they want to make a difference in the world or make an impact in their community. And they can do all of that just by gifting or doing wine club, or I do corporate events, just all kinds of things. But it's absolutely amazing. As a company, we've done $8 million in give back so far, and it's just exponentially growing. But we raise awareness and donations for all kinds of organizations.
So how does a person work with you on these kinds of things? Because I need you.
So there's all kinds of different ways. I can do like something as basic as, individual people who just love wine. It ships directly to your door. So if you love wine, like I work with people to find the kinds of wines they love and just place orders that way. Or I love doing events for just individuals can do them. I'm sorry, my dog is barking. For individuals or like businesses. So I have done them with different, I've done them with my kids' school, because like the PTO is a nonprofit. We've done PTO events and generated, that was actually our biggest donation during COVID. Was our school was getting back about $200 a month just through these events, like where moms would get together on Zoom and we would do a wine tasting together. Our school raised a ton of money. We do personalized like gifting. So like we can take, we have these etched shimmer bottles that are like just glittery and gorgeous. And I actually have one sitting right here that we can personalize with like for corporate. This one's silver. We do silver and gold. So they can, like realtors can put their stuff on there. But anytime anybody orders anything, they get to choose who they give back to. So we support any nonprofit, local, global. We have partnerships with just all kinds of things, feeding hungry kids, veterans, pet rescues. We do grants for things that happen, like when there was all that stuff going on in Texas with people like needing things. We did grants. We do holiday grants for special needs kids. We do all kinds of stuff. So really, I always tell people like the options are endless. Anybody who is like, yes, I love it. I love to like work with people and come up with what works best for them, whether it be, I work for a company and I want to do a fun event with to build for team building, or just for fun, or like for holiday parties. I've done like virtual wine tastings or in-person wine tastings. The gifting, just like the possibilities are really endless. Local boutiques, I go in and we'll do things, salons, just anything. Nonprofits will just do a link where people order, and the orders then just constantly generate a donation for their nonprofit.
That is so awesome. I've never heard of anything like that. That's really cool.
I love it. It is, and our wine is amazing. It's award-winning. It has a happiness guarantee. We guarantee you'll love it. So it's not like, some people are like, oh, is it marked up because you got to support the not? It's not. It's amazing. We have a winemaker, a woman winemaker who does it. She's from Sterling Vineyards. So it's amazing wine. It's organically farmed. They're not certified organic just because it's a lengthy and expensive process. So it doesn't have like additives or anything in it. It gives back. And what really made the impact to me was when it was our biggest fundraiser, like I said, for our school during COVID, we were bringing in at least $200 a month just from people purchasing wine.
That's nice. That's really, really nice. I love it. I have a not-for-profit. I've never done any fundraising with it though. It was in the middle of COVID.
What's your nonprofit?
It's called Women on a Mission Building Bridges. And it's a collaboration for holistic transformation for people. I'm working with a messaging strategist right now to launch, but there's a huge RFP coming up. And we will be applying for some grants through that. And I talked about that last Friday. However, I love that as an idea of just having something that's going on that people can enjoy, that they can support the work. Yeah, that's really cool. So definitely, can you put your information in the chat and then we can talk about it. My girlfriend is a vegan winemaker, but I don't think she does anything in the fundraising space for not-for-profit. I think she's just for-profit, but she does, which is great because she's gotten awards and been guests on podcasts. And I mean, she's really, really terrific. She's been the recipient of some community awards for her work. And we have a community economic development bond. And so she's, she definitely gets it. I just don't know if her business is structured that way. But I love what you're doing. That's incredible. And I love that you're like a full-time volunteer and a stay-at-home mom. That's wonderful when people can be that and they love to use their time giving back to help other people. Yeah, you should think about co-hosting with us and growing this group. I know you just came here for the first time, but we got to let people know that. Right. I think
that, Erica, or is that scary?
What?
Would you consider co-hosting with Sharita, or does that scare you to come into a
No,
co-host?
it doesn't scare me. Honestly, like I usually don't get nervous a lot. And it was funny before I got on here, I actually was telling one of my friends, I was like, I'm kind of nervous. This is my first networking thing. And I never get nervous, but you guys are great.
Yeah, we're easygoing and fun. I'm laid back. I had to co-host in a very laid back space today. I got my t-shirt on today representing. So we like to have fun here. And Kurt is a great captain because he makes it very comfortable and keeps it light. So it makes it where I don't get anxiety. And I can keep showing up every Friday and attempting to grow this group. And he walks us through how to do our invites from LinkedIn, which is really great. So there were some people that had responded to my LinkedIn request before I even knew they had. We were in the meeting together. So that was really awesome. So yes, I will talk about that part in a minute. And we've had a couple people to join us, the illustrious Emily Gomer. What's up, girl? Oh, she ain't ready yet, I think.
She's on this other meeting with me too. And
Emily is the bomb. I'm telling you, if I had an Emily in my life, I would be rich. I swear. She's so efficient and help. She's always doing cool, good stuff for her organization. And people, man, I need a friend like her. Dang, like up close and personal. So who we have here? Miss Sun, beautiful. Can you pronounce your first name for us?
I don't know if she's going to be able to unmute.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, we hear you good.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I am I still trying like 20 minutes try to get to my internet. It just cannot do it. So I have to use my phone. And this is my second time. So I really enjoy the interactions with everybody. And I might miss some new folks. So just be here listening mode, and but welcome to chat with me if you want to know who I am and how to connect with me. But I'm here to listen. Thank you.
Yes, we want to know. We want to know. Were you here with us last weekend? Because I wrote down sunny. Was that you?
Yes, I was there the first time. So I think I learned about several people doing the projects, and I think there is one talk about the loan, helping people to get money, but I
Yeah,
don't think he's from Indiana. But I'm in Fishers, so I'm part of the Indiana group, and I just get in to learn about this happiness project. Because for me, I'm the life strategist, especially helping people with the happiness and fulfillment issues. And so I want to learn like how other people can collaborate and how to boost up everybody's happiness. And we know there's a lot of things going on. A lot of people just feel distressed, and we need to work together to let people see the bright sides. So I'm here
that's right.
just to support and to see whether anybody can have a collaboration at the local level. Because I am very active in the Clubhouse. LinkedIn is growing, and Facebook, but a lot of people I connect around different places because I'm bilingual and speak Mandarin Chinese. So it's a lot of time I can use my language skill to connect people. And that's how I think I want to be reaching out to local or global, whatever. We need to be connect together. And
That's right.
I want to grow my network. Yeah, thank you.
I love it. So I have a question for you. How did you get into, because I remember last week we were talking about mindset. And when you work with someone, what is that like for them to work with you?
Well, actually, surprisingly, people think habit is only just a behavior. But I'm the Tiny Habit coach. I am certified with Dr. BJ Fa with the Tiny Habits. And everything actually is the mindset. Like we cannot separate our behavior to from our belief. So if we believe we're not going to losing 20 pounds, we're not going to losing that 20 pounds. So it's just everything to beliefs. But subconsciously, sometimes we build up some beliefs by, our experience, the teacher taught to us or the society label us. So there's a lot of things. It's like subconsciously we don't know. So for me, actually, it's throughout the healthy habits, and I can help them to realize they have the old belief system, their own BS, need to upgrade it. And I use different tool. I have ancient wisdoms. I have all the assessment tool. Some of them even like 7,000 years ago, but I know how to use those. So that's how I can help them to reframe or recondition their beliefs, and they can subsequently change their habits. Then other thing would be just easy. You can eat healthy. You can believe you can be happy. A lot of people just don't think they can be happy. They can be fulfilled. They can be very rich, but they can be also empty. So that happiness, the joys and peace is my specialty. I can definitely help with that piece.
I love that. I love it. I did a lot of work over the years, and I worked with a man named Jim Zarvos. That was probably part of the beginning. And I did a lot of work in Landmark Education, now called Landmark Worldwide. And one of the areas that is a big struggle is how you see yourself. What is it that you believe about yourself? And I was up until like almost 5 o'clock this morning, a little over 5 o'clock this morning, about getting some food prepared for my client that I need to take to her today about her healthy habits. And I talked with you last week about collaborating, but I have a new phone. So my screenshot is gone. So I will need to write down your contact information again. If you will please put in the chat. I need to,
Sure.
I feel like I should work with you myself. And then right now I'm working with a lady in Carmel at a place. Her name is Ruthie Just, and it's her website is healedandfree.com. But I do some work with her on emotional polarity technique.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think there's so many ways to do it, and people just need to be aware they can do it. It's just maybe they haven't find the right way or
Yeah.
work with the right person. So that is how, if you really want to do it, you can find the right person, and they will show up just the right moments you need it, right? So
Yes.
yeah.
And I love
Mhm.
the ancient wisdom part because I think that that's very important in the functional medicine space where I work with
Mhm.
Dr. Santisi. The fact that he is from Morocco um, is a huge part of that. He brings the ancient wisdom. So he talks about the humors. He's got a background in engineering and in music, and all of that plays a role. So he talks about the frequency of food, the color, and
Yes,
all of these
yes,
foods have a
yes.
frequency. All of the colors of the food have a frequency. And then we're doing this thing now called brain tapping that we're adding to our programs. So I really, really want to talk to you more intimately about what you do
Sure.
and
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
do it, because you may have a new patient. But I'm
Well,
always on
I,
the
I
hunt.
I always think about, I'm just show up as a messenger. So if you're ready, then our message, my message, you can hear. But if
It's
you're not ready,
true.
I'm not the right person. But that's how I want to be in public, be visible. I can just connect, and then we can always feel, this Sunny makes
Yes,
sense, or this Sunny
yes.
is just a woo. So so we
I
can
love
just
it.
definitely talk about it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I absolutely love it. Yep. So, Miss Erica. Oh, you know what? I'll do a little commercial real quick. Oh, my dog is in trouble. Y'all should see him. Let me show y'all what he did while he's in trouble today. So, my girlfriend sent me this beautiful journal. This is hand painted, and it says the Oracle of Wisdom. That is the beautiful lotus. It's a particular lotus. I forgot what she said it is, but I think it's a yoni lotus or something like that. And it has the gorgeous scarab beetle on it. And it has the different, my sign is a Libra. So you see in the corners. And this is the manifestation journal. This is the divination journal. And then it has the thoughts. So I don't know if you can see the baboon, which is, and then the 23rd Psalm, which is the first scripture that my long departed grandmother made us memorize when we were children. And because it's made from wood, you get this right here. And then it has a number on the back, and you go to the website and they plant a tree. So because this is made of wood and the journal case is made of wood, it has the exact same emblems on it, then there's a tree planted in your name somewhere in the world because we're using the wood for the product. So my tree planted in my name is in Madagascar. I looked that up not too long ago. And this is a journal which I started writing like what you want to have happen. And I write in this journal and I draw pictures of my farm and other things I want to create. And then she sent me a gorgeous set of these amazing colored pencils. And look at how they're made. So there are these colored pencils that are made like this. And this fool, look what he did, y'all. Ratting them out. And you should see him laying here looking ashamed. Chewed up my, he got on my bed, took my bag of pencils and chewed it up. So I heard her talk about her dog in the background. So he's on lockdown. He's in trouble because he was on my bed stealing and then taking my beautiful gift and chewing it up underneath the bed. And I found it this morning so before HMP. So he's on lockdown and very much in trouble. So we'll do our little commercial break real quick and get our particulars out the way. And then this is a different script. So I'm sorry it's not the up-to-date one because I don't have Slack because I have a new phone and I can't get it. I don't want a happy, maybe I need a happy citation from Edwin. Maybe that's it, Kurt. Happy citation. Okay, one of the most beneficial things that makes people happy at our events is that you receive special deals from our partners. The one that is used the most is the Zoom Enterprise Plan. It would normally cost you about $250 a month, but you can get it for only $25 a month. Please support our partners because they are the reason why you are able to attend these events free forever. You can access the Zoom deal along with many other happy deals via the link that I'll put in the chat, but it's happyneighborhoodproject.com/links. Now, as many of you have heard by now, we recently became a co-op, July of last year, actually. This means that every quarter we give a portion of our revenue back to our share members. How much you earn in the revenue sharing pool is based on how many points you have compared to other share members. Just to be clear, everyone can earn points, but only share members can earn in the revenue sharing pool. There are many ways that you can earn points in a happy co-op. 2 of them are inviting people to attend our events and referring business to each other. You can see all of the ways on how you can start earning points, along with the amount of points you will earn for each activity here. And I will also post that in the chat. It's happyneighborhoodproject.com/co-op/points. I just want to take a moment to recognize and thank our share members who make it possible for people to be free members and attend our events. If you are a share member, please raise your hand. One of the ways you can earn high points is to do business with these people. So definitely connect with them. Are you a share member yet, Kurt?
Yes, I am.
Kurt got it going on. Oh, look at it. You see the H&P at the bottom where it says KR by his name. It also has his little logo for H&P indicating that he is a share member. I'm gonna get on board with that. Oh, hold on, I was meddling because I just saw somebody else join us and I think that's Rick. I don't know Rick yet. I can't wait to know you, Rick. Give me just a second. The chat is only for posting contact info, so only include what you can fit on a business card. If you have not already put it in the chat, please do so. And at the end, we will show you how to copy it. If you are a verified member, we have released a feature to save you time by automatically uploading contact info of the people you network with for you. Please reach out to Member Relations to learn how to do that. Okay, I answered the icebreaker question, but we're gonna give Rick, you with us, Rick? We're gonna give him a chance to introduce himself and let us know what he has going on.
Hi, I'm Rick Legis from the Lindsay Legis Free Water Skiing Club, and we'd like to take people water skiing for free in memory of our daughter, Lindsay. And our main focus is on adaptive water skiing.
Oh, you gotta say more about that. What is adaptive water skiing?
Adaptive water skiing is thanks to Kurt Roskoff and Pewaukee Water Ski Club and other teams around that have inspired us to be able to take, like for instance, Joey broke his neck the same year my daughter passed away, right? So then we tried to take Joey to an adaptive water skiing event. So an adaptive water ski is basically a sit ski. So that you get the disabled person or cognitive or somebody who just isn't able to water ski. We put them in this chair and it's a board, and then we ski them on this sit ski. And that's how we've been doing the adaptive. So we built a ski special for Joey with a high backrest. And we were able to get Joey water skiing, and it just turned into us having events on Browns Lake, 3 of them in the summer, and then traveling up to the state tournament and having a small event up there, and on it went. So we're really blessed.
That is so incredible. What a legacy to honor your daughter.
Yeah,
Thank you for doing that and to give young people an opportunity to do that. I work with a lot of autistic children now in our functional medicine practice. And that is incredible.
The autistic kids are awesome. There's my favorite, I shouldn't say my favorite, but yeah, my favorite one, his name is Dalton. Dalton. And last year he's in the boat and he starts singing these sailor songs. He's got a real good voice. So when we did our end of year video, we used the sound bite from him singing in our little video. So if you get a chance, stop by Lindsay, LYNZAY.org, and right on the homepage is this video. And it's kind of like a SpongeBob episode because it's got sailor songs. And then you can see how we go about our water ski lessons and especially how we do our adaptive. So
could you please put that in the chat, because I would love to see that, and I would love to share that with some of the moms that I work with, especially Jamie. She has Special Needs Living magazine here in Indiana. So where are you located? Are you up there with Kurt?
Yes, yeah, we're in southeastern corner of Wisconsin in Chocolate City. We call it Burlington.
I love it already. Chocolate City. Can't get better than that, baby.
Yeah,
I need to be in
yeah.
there.
One thing about Burlington, it's extra cold there in the wintertime. It's Burlington. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Rick.
You're
So we have
welcome.
an icebreaker question that Erica, Rick, and Sunny, if that's okay to call you that, I think that's what we called you last week, could answer. And that is, how do you maintain your happiness during these cold, snowy winter times?
Lots of coffee. Coffee's
it
always
too.
the answer.
I like it too. Love it. In fact.
Awesome. We'll get along. We get along good then, I think.
Oh, I love it. I'm so here for it. Love it. Now, do
Yeah.
you take it straight black and bitter, or do you do black and sweet, or are you creamy?
Dark. Yep. Black and bitter. Yes.
Black and bitter. So there was this show one time, and the guy, they asked him if he liked his coffee. And he said, I like my coffee like I like my friends, black and bitter.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about, I didn't want to go there because I didn't want to get in trouble, but thank you, because that's what I was kind of, yeah, I get in trouble that way though.
Me too. I'm so here for it. Okay, Erica, how do you stay happy during these cold, snowy, snowed in times? And how do you take your coffee? Or are you a green matcha tea drinker? What's your thing?
I'm actually currently drinking matcha tea. But I started with my black and bitter coffee this morning, and then I have to move to the matcha tea and then the wine in the evening. So it's my progression during the day.
Totally. Sunny, what's up? What's you?
Well, I'm the tea drinker. I have this imported tea from Taiwan. That's my hometown. They are the best high mountain tea, and they are, the whole leaves, not the little tea bags. But anyway, but for happiness, actually, yeah, drinking tea is great because I'm in the intermittent fasting, so I only eat 2 meals. I start to break my fast about 2 p.m. But during the day, in the morning, yeah, I drink a lot of tea and read books and just look out the window. Then I like to talk to people, so I in the clubhouse most of the time to listen to conversation. So that's how I stay connected and happy. But the highlight for the day is when I break my fast. I'm cooking everything from scratch, and when I touch all this ingredient, I cut it, and I cut it out. Then I always remind myself my mom, because she is such a great cook and I just appreciate all the experience I have. So that's my highlight of the day, just to cook the meal for my family too.
I love that. I have to tell you, Sunny, I really want to be your friend. Like, you will have me driving to the east side in the snow. I want to know you.
Yeah, we can have like the place to have Indianapolis sometime, just like a tea time or coffee time. They have a little
yes, you can do it virtually too.
Yeah, just for some fun. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, well, I guess I should introduce myself a bit. My name is Sharita Lacey. I was born and raised in Indianapolis until I was 7. And then I grew up in Phoenix from there until I was about 13. And then I came back to Indianapolis. So I've got a lifelong passion for community economic development. I'm a mother of 4. And I recently, in the last 4 years, got into the functional medicine health coaching space. I had a lot of trouble with my own health and I didn't know why. And I remember asking my doctor, could it be something that I'm eating? And she really couldn't answer that. And when I had a blood test with her, I was like 3 points high on my cholesterol and 3 points high on my protein. And I was like, no, something's not right. I'm exhausted. I'm tired all the time. And then I came back to Indianapolis. This was in the late 2017. And by the February of 2018, I met this lovely Moroccan practitioner, functional medicine practitioner named Dr. Anis Sintisi. I met him at a school where he was trying to he was making a difference in the nutritional paradigm for these children on 25th and Raider in Indianapolis in the Riverside community. And I was just enamored with the school and enamored with him immediately. And I was like, I think I've been looking for you, kind of like how I feel about Sonny. It's like you just feel that, I think I've been looking for you. And then I went to his full presentation at a Baptist church. I mean, this was in the hood. Like, we certainly do a lot of business in Carmel, and there's a lot of very wealthy people who can write the check. But he was really in a very poor part of town, really committed to making a difference for the children and the people there. And so I watched his full presentation at First Baptist Church, and I was blown away. I was just blown away. And I was immediately in. I knew that my not-for-profit needed a nutritional competency for the holistic transformation process that we are collaborating with a lot of practitioners to put people through. And I knew that this would really make a huge difference. And it was working with him when I did my blood test with him, which wasn't even a year from the first one. What we discovered was behind all of that chronic fatigue was adrenal fatigue. I had leaky gut. I had an overgrowth of candida in the gut. I was starting to have kidney dysfunction, which was right on par for the course with my grandfather and my dad, that we recently found out about that. I was pre-diabetic. So I had a lot going on. My ferritin was very high. So the iron was being stored in my body, but I was completely deficient of B6 vitamins. And so my body wasn't using the iron. So I was tired all the time and very anemic. I had hypothyroid. So I had a lot going on. And when I'm telling you, it didn't even take long. Within weeks of being on a specified protocol and getting a functional health report and doing my health history questionnaire with him, he put me through an elimination diet based on my blood type until I got my blood work back and my specified protocol. And then we went to work at it. And within 3 weeks, I was feeling tremendously better. And now here we are 4 years later, I maintain the same weight. I don't have itchy skin and all the other symptomatic problems that I have. I don't have a problem with chronic fatigue anymore. And it's just been a game changer. So I felt compelled to become a health coach. I really did, because I knew the difference that it would make for a lot of people to have access. We have a lot of comorbidities in our country. This is why a lot of people are dying from COVID. And so it's the most rewarding work that I've ever done to make a difference. And your health is really your wealth. Like, if you're not healthy, then you don't have a quality of life. You can have all the money in the world, but if you're not a healthy person, how can you enjoy it? So we want to bring a quality of life to people. And that is one of the ways that I stay happy, is being here. It is being connected with people. It is being a mother to my children and being connected to my family. And I really have a very fondness. So I'm also a Libra. So I'm a very, that balance thing there, but that justice, those scales. So children and old people is like a really, really hot button for me. Like, that other side will come out for sure about children and old people. And I have a few social enterprises that I own and operate, and those will become sources of employment for people that come into our holistic transformation process. If you cannot give a person, if you're in the not-for-profit space, right, and you want to make a difference for people, and a lot of people put programming out there or processes out there. But my experience with a lot of that, when I was much younger and having babies and trying to figure out adulting and parenting, they never had opportunities for you to make any money. And so I always wanted to keep my businesses and make sure that they were social enterprises, because you need to be able to really give people $25, $30 an hour jobs. The real minimum wage in this country, to be able to keep up with the cost of goods and services and inflation that's at 7% right now, is $24 an hour. That's what minimum wage really should look like in this country, in order for people to be able to maintain a decent quality of life. And so being able to maintain those kinds of employment for people is critical when they come into our not-for-profit, because otherwise you're competing with welfare. And it's like Sonny talks about, it's the mindset. And welfare institutionalizes people, just like prison institutionalizes people. If you cannot see yourself buying your food with your own money, you're either going to try to buy food stamps or you'll keep your condition the same so that you can keep the welfare. So we have to break all of these old paradigms, and do it in a loving way that people can really develop the kind of habits to make a difference. What's that, Rick?
I'm sorry. I was trying to find out how to mute myself.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Anybody can chime in. This is just such a great space to be. Anybody can chime in and speak up. So
my brother didn't know what I was doing.
thing.
I'm at work. What are you doing? So sorry about that.
Do you want me
It's
to
no
mute you,
problem.
or
It's
do you
no
want to
problem.
say?
I'm technologically insufficient right now. Yeah. Please mute me because I'm at work and I don't want to interrupt you guys.
All right, here you go. You're muted.
No
Thank
problem. No problem. No problem. So that's me. That's what I do. And I strongly believe that it is my responsibility to leave a legacy behind for people in my community and my children and my family. And so that is what I've created to be able to do that. I really enjoy participating in meaningful work that makes a difference for other people. And so that's why I have been a diehard social entrepreneur since I was probably about 26 years old. So Kurt, you want to chime in and tell us about yourself, or anybody can ask me any kinds of questions that they'd like?
I'll just offer, a little introduction on me. I'm Kurt Roskoff. I'm an ambassador with the Disability Channel, showcasing abilities, and vice president with Rick there with the Lindsay Legis Free Water Skiing Club. And so we're working on an event, 222 to Save 22. Check it out at 2-22 to save22.com. On Wednesday, our very own Edwin Edeberry, our Chief Happiness Officer, provided an event platform. We're going to be on an H&P Zoom on Tuesday. Now hold up your two fingers. So Tuesday, February 22nd, he's got 3 fingers, 2.5 he's got. But on that Tuesday, February 22nd, we're going to be on H&P Zoom. They got to create the Zoom link yet. We'll be distributing that out feverishly as soon as that's available. Looking forward to a huge response, and it's going to be at 3 Eastern, 2 Central, and so forth. So if you could help us spread the word on that, it'd be great. And I also offer with the podcasting, the World of Ability Podcast Network, we have 12 shows that we do each week. So that means each of you have more than enough space and time and platform and an audience for you to tell more people about who you are, what you do, your company and products and services. So do it with us. We call it being the star that you are. And way at the beginning of the meeting, I put my details in the chat. You'll see a link tree, all 4 abilities. If you click on that, you'll see the podcasting section where Acuity and Calendly are waiting for you to schedule yourself in, and let's have some fun. I'm Kurt Roscoe, the Disability Channel. Back to you. So anybody got any comments, questions, concerns, snide remarks, newspaper articles? What do we got?
Anybody? All right, I'll do our next commercial. All right. Just a quick announcement to our share members. Besides being able to earn revenue sharing as a share member, you can also vote on the direction of our community. Our next share member meeting is on Friday, October 29th at 1 p.m. Pacific. More details will be announced soon. If everyone could please pause posting in the chat room. I am posting a link, which I have not done yet. Kurt, if you have those links, would you mind posting them in the chat for me? If you don't have them. Okay,
yep,
awesome.
I'm working on it.
Thank you so much. The link is an opportunity for us to all connect on LinkedIn. It's going to bring you to our LinkedIn question of the day. Do you happen to know what that is? It's always a gratitude question. It's like always, what are you grateful for? Which is good.
Yeah, that's the Friday ritual. Yeah, what are you grateful for? And I put it in the chat a few minutes ago, so it's there for everybody.
All right. And the question of the day is, what are you grateful for? In the LinkedIn comments of the post, put your responses. As people are commenting, you can connect with them by hovering over their names and clicking on the connect button. When you comment, other people can do the same. Many of you have significantly increased your LinkedIn network by doing this, but remember to engage with people after. We have grown so much in the past year, and this movement could not be possible without our amazing 230 plus co-hosts throughout the world, which would be me. And I'm from Indianapolis. So if you want to stand out, improve your skills while making a big impact in your business community by being a servant leader, then apply at happyneighborhoodproject.com/co-host. And we're going to go over quickly how to save the chat. You can go to the chat room and right-click the chat box. And from there, click select all. Copy it, and you can then paste it on a file. Another way is to click the 3 dots at the bottom right-hand corner. And from there, click save. If you are a verified member, we have released a feature to save you time by automatically uploading the business card info of the people you networked with for you. Please reach out to your member relations coordinator to learn how to do that. Do not put anyone that you met from here on an email list. Please don't do that. If you were not in a breakout room with someone or just here all together with all of us, please do not call, text, or email them. Instead, connect with them on social media like LinkedIn. Then they would be more likely to do a one-on-one with you. The co-host will always be here to support you, so you are always welcome to reach out to do one-on-ones with us. If you are contacted by someone you did not meet in the breakout rooms, politely let them know that you prefer them to connect with you on social media first. This is hosted by Happy Neighborhood Project. That means if you annoy people, you get a happy citation from our Chief Happiness Officer, Edwin. Now we are going to announce, well, we're not going to be bothered with that. The power of inviting a guest. Remember that this is your event and we are here to help you facilitate it. When you invite your friends, you show them that you care a lot about them. When you invite them, also let them know that they can feel free to invite someone to attend with them. So let's keep growing this group together. And then we have our worldwide main event on Fridays, which is at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. All right.
2 o'clock. You got it. 2 o'clock Eastern. Eastern time.
2 o'clock Eastern time. Now, I just want to say this about social media. Guess what happened, y'all? My son got an Oculus. I got my son an Oculus for Christmas, right? And so he's been going in and out of it, but we linked it to my Facebook account, right? And then told him, don't play with any of my friends. But for ease of logging in and out. So it kept throwing me out of Facebook and kept making me change the password. And I guess after about the 5th time that we had to do this, it locked me out. And then it sent me an email and said it locked me out of my account for suspicious activity. Why did it make me upload my driver's license, y'all? Have you heard of this? I had to upload my driver's license to Facebook. I felt that it was so creepy, but I do so much work on Facebook. I had to get back in. I'm running a campaign for a talk that I'm doing on the 11th of February. And I could not believe it that I had to upload my driver's license. And then you should have seen the way that the wavy lines kind of scan the picture of the license. But they said I can delete it in 30 days, but I have to go back in and figure that part out. So just beware of that. And the other thing about Facebook that I want people to be aware of is if somebody from your family or something like jumps in your messenger and is like, oh, like even if it's a distant cousin and they're like, oh, I'm locked out and I need my code. Can you send me my code? I'm going to have it sent to your email. So at first I was suspicious because it's a cousin I don't talk to a lot, but she's my cousin nonetheless. And I was like, okay, call me so I know it's really you. And it called me from Messenger and it was like this weird thing. And I was like, oh man, her phone must really be jacked up. Okay, let me get this code for her. Man, scam of a lifetime. Don't do it. If anybody asks you for like a code, and y'all probably like, yeah, dummy, why would you do that, Sharita? I know y'all probably wouldn't have done it. So I'm just warning you. These little kinds of scams and stuff on these social media platforms, they're so gross, like hacking people's account and making clone account. It's so stupid. It's like, but don't go for it. Even if it's like your favorite cousin, call them on the phone first and see if they need you. Because now can't nobody get nothing. They're like, my niece needed $10 for an Uber the other day. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. And she was like, Auntie, can I have $10 to catch an Uber? And I was like, you better call me on the phone first so I know it's you, because I don't trust nothing that comes through a messenger anymore. So she called me on my personal cell, told me what the deal was, and I cashed after her the money. So just be cautious of these creeps on these social media platforms. Make sure it's the person that you really want to be connected to. All right. That is our time. Does anybody else want to say what they're grateful for quickly? I'm grateful for H&P. How about y'all? What y'all got?
I'm just grateful for what other people do as well. And there's like Barry Shore, Ambassador of Joy. And we're always hearing about good stuff people do. And I'm grateful for what people do for the greater good.
Absolutely. What about you, Erica?
I'm grateful to have found you guys. Like, you guys are awesome people and very inspiring. And I'm really happy to have made this connection with you all.
Yes, thank you. What about you, Rick?
Yeah, I'm grateful to meet all you people today and to be able to learn more about making these types of connections. 'Cause I think when we do our adaptive events, our biggest challenge is just getting them to come, because I think when you say water skiing to somebody in a wheelchair or whatever, they're apprehensive or they don't know what they're getting into, and you know, getting the message out that this is available and that how we go about things is in such a way that, you know, we're safe. We have side skiers, we have you know, water rescue trained, we do safe sports training, we have all these accreditations that we get through the USA Water Ski and the Wisconsin Water Ski Federation to make sure that everybody out there is you know, trained and background check and all these things that they have us do to make sure everybody's safe and yeah, so just getting that out there. Sometimes I think this kind of thing that you guys are doing gets that information out there, and that they can know that they can come to one of our events and that they're going to be safe. You know, I think
love
that's
it.
a big thing. You know what I mean? So
I
I'm
love
grateful
it.
for that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's our time. Thank you for
Yes.
being
Thank
together.
you.
I appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you next Friday. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you so much, Kurt.
You're
Thank you, Sean.
welcome. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye.
Yeah,
Thank you.
take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Stay happy.
Absolutely.